If you are a Beta owner, or Beta owner for those of you in Europe, you're familiar with the way the exhaust is always spitting out the gunky mess. And on the front part of the exhaust, it spits out the mixture of oil and fuel out from the front gasket. So for less than $3, I'm going to show you how to remedy this. Okay, that's the OEM gasket. And this is the gasket material that I'm going to use to cut my own gasket. This is the OEM O-ring, and this is the O-ring that I'm going to use to replace this. The replacement O-ring is 1 millimeter thicker. Allen head bolt. You either have to cut down your Allen key wrench to get it to fit in, or you have to use a pair of vice grips to come in and grab it from this side, which is what I did because I didn't want to cut a tool. And then I replace it with a hex head so that I can actually tighten it up, because on the standard EVO, when I took the left side one out, this right side one was already loose enough that the entire pipe would come off. So I'll show you when it's put back together how that will look. So if this is the only part that's leaking on your machine and you only want to replace and seal with the O-ring here, obviously you don't have to take the front part of the header off, but my gasket is leaking, so I'm going to do that as well. Okay, on that one I didn't even touch the right side header bolt, and you can see I took the left one out and it was already loose enough that this just slid right out from that, and of course it's covered with all the shit. So replacing it with a hex head bolt is really going to be critical to tighten up both sides of this header gasket. I am going to put some of this high temperature gasket material. It's just actually just to hold it in place, but I am going to put just a dab on here, spread it around, and then this gasket can sit there while I clean up the rest of the exhaust. You're going to want to use a hair dryer to heat up that O-ring. Super hard to shove it over that O-ring that's a little bit bigger, but I have it where I need it, so we're golden. Now we'll start putting it back together. That bolt is notorious for backing out, so be sure to put some, I'm going to use blue Loctite, but if I had red, I'd use red.